Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode of Mocktail Minutes. This is Bailey.
And I'm Brianna.
This week, we're recording a little differently. We're doing a fun cocktail hour episode. We've been kind of teasing about this for a few episodes, so I'm super excited about it. We're not doing mocktails today. I have a Volley seltzer, the lime ones. If you like margaritas, this is really good. Brianna, what are you doing?
Yeah, Josh, you go first.
I am drinking an Ultra Right. It's from Seth Weathers down in Georgia. It's actually pretty good. I don't know if it's his own brewery or what, but it's pretty good.
And we have two special guests today. So this is my boyfriend, Josh.
It's festive as well.
Oh, yeah, why?
And this is my husband, Victor. So they're our special guests, which tonight's going to be fun. I'm drinking a Mighty Swell. It's a seltzer. It's Austin brewed. And really obnoxiously, he has an Austin brew as well. So.
I have, which is a beer out of Austin.
So.
Okay.
So Texas all the way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that an IPA?
Yes. One of the few, I'm sorry, correction. No. Amber Ale. Everybody, we'll get into it, but she drinks the IPAs. I drink the light beers. She drinks the black coffee. I drink the foo-foo lattes.
Yeah. So but
everyone always gets it mixed up.
It's
they
one
always
of the
put the wrong drink at restaurants.
If you do like IPAs, it is actually pretty good because it's one of the few beers that we agree on. But
yeah,
anyways.
I'm the foo-foo drinker. I don't really drink beer. I hate the taste of beer.
It's pretty much all I drink.
That's what I drink. I love it.
Right. So today's episode, we're just going to have some fun. We're going to let you guys get to know us a little bit more, get to know our significant others. So we're doing some questionnaires. Brianna and I have some prepared for the boys, and they were supposed to come prepared for questions for us. So we'll see. Brianna, do you want to go first?
Yes. Okay. And so, should we introduce how we met?
You guys want to do that?
Yeah.
You brought that up, Bailey.
Okay. So we'll go first. How long have we been together?
Long time, since 2008. You chased after me a long time.
No, I don't.
You loved me.
No, actually, Victor was on. We technically met in high school, but didn't start dating until
We technically started dating in high school. We knew each other through high school.
the very end of high school. Victor was on my boys I'll never date list. So never say never.
How did you make that list?
I don't know.
Humility,
I mean, it wasn't
being
long.
humble.
It's not like I had a list of guys that I will date. Guys, I don't know. It was just like, that guy.
I was just too humble for her. Too
humble. Yeah.
Self-centered.
That was it. No, so we met in high school. We got engaged in 2000.
It would have been
11?
2010.
2010.
End of 2010.
Got married in 2011. So we've been together a while.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyways, it's, I don't know. We're from a small town, and so everybody kind of knew us, and it was like, okay, no, they're not dating. And I was like, no, we're dating. By the way, we're getting married really young. And then, by the way, we're having kids. It was all very fast. How did you guys meet?
So we actually met on Tinder.
Power swiping.
Yeah. It wasn't like a complete stranger, though. We kind of knew of each other before we swiped on Tinder, so that was helpful. I wasn't going to meet a stranger, but I came back to Troy after college, so I was back there on a break from school, and in came Josh on Tinder.
I was back from school as well, and I was swiping right on Tinder per usual, and
Swiping.
kind of ran into one that kind of stuck.
Yeah.
Aww. I feel like there's a lot of success stories with Tinder.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you hear more than you don't.
Yes. I feel like it's a lot better now than when it first started. I mean, we've been together 3.5 years about.
I like it.
We actually figured out, after talking about several different things, I was at his high school graduation party.
How funny.
I had no idea.
It was a big party. Yeah.
Big party.
The cop showed up in about an hour. Yeah, it was not good.
That's funny.
And I prank called him one time in 8th grade. So
Yeah, I was on a camping trip or something, or with my buddies, and her and another girl were they were all giggly, and
That was so fun.
I don't know.
That was so fun to do.
The days before caller ID.
Yeah. Like Star 69.
Or the Star 67, I think it is. Yeah.
Star 67. Star 69, I think, is how you call someone back. So don't ever answer that
I
call.
don't know that.
okay.
I mean, no one's ever going to need it anymore.
Yeah.
But back in the day, you could have done it. Yeah. That's funny. So yeah, you guys have actually known each other for a long time and just never knew.
Yeah.
Went to different high schools though.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I went to a small school. I graduated with about 40 kids. She
Okay, that is-
graduated with 600.
Yeah.
Okay.
How funny. Each other, like graduation party. I love it. Okay, let's see. I'll jump into the questions. So first question, what's it like living with a dietitian?
So I have a major sweet tooth.
Yeah.
Okay. It comes from like my grandma, right? It's not always the funnest. She's keeps me in check. We'll say that much. So living with someone with her expertise, she's always quick to like look at me and be like,
Are you balancing?
"Are you balancing that?"
You don't
Right
feel
before
like-
this, my kids didn't eat all their rice, so I just decided to shovel rice into my mouth, and like she popped out. Like sometimes she'll just like pop out of jars like a gremlin and be like, "Is that balanced? Where's your?"
It was like an hour ago, and he had a giant place. It was like mounded of just rice, and I was like, "Are you gonna?" I mean, you can.
She's like, "You know, it's not good for your blood sugar, right?" I'm just like, ugh.
I have to care about
Like, fine, I'll shake together a protein shake real fast. Fine, stress eating.
it. Works, stress eating. So yeah, Josh, you can answer. What's it like being with a dietitian?
Well, it is nice having my lunch made basically every day for me, because if I didn't, I probably would just fast.
You'd rather not eat.
I would just
Like-
rather not eat because it's so much work, honestly, doing it every day. Or just eat fast food. Unfortunately, I'm a bad fast food addict, and I eat really fast too. Like, I'll be driving. Like today, I was driving back from Iowa, and she was griping at me for eating my fries too fast. Like,
Yeah, you gotta like chew.
Yeah.
And then like
He
today,
wasn't chewing.
I wasn't allowed to get a soda because I got fries. I could only have one or the other. How does that, like, what? He's like, when you have kids, you're not going to be able to do this. I'm like,
It's like the scales of justice. It was like the
I'm going
scales.
to have to run into the gas station and buy a soda, man. I was just thirsty.
Yeah.
Like I'm probably more strict on you than I am with like clients.
He told me that I'm pre-diabetic already. So that's cool. Always a cool comment coming from my girlfriend.
Yeah,
Your dad is too, so I'm trying to help you.
it's a labor of love.
I always tell her my body's a temple.
Yeah.
What did you say the other day about that?
Oh, I don't know. Who knows? I say so much outrageous things.
It was like the opposite. It was like the trash man or something like that.
The opposite problem as Josh is because I've been food restricted, like through sports and through career choices. I will not let food. If it doesn't get out of the way fast enough, it's eaten, alive or dead.
And like he
don't stick
has to
around.
finish it. Like our kids' rice. Like he
Oh.
scraped all the extra rice off all the plates. and was like, gotta eat it. Like, but do you?
I just feel like so. Yeah, I'm just a giant garbage disposal. I'm the trash man.
The body's a temple.
He doesn't waste food. I will say that. We have those conversations too where I'm like, the food's not going to go away. Like, we don't have to finish the entire plate. We can save leftovers.
Just eat it all right there.
Just eat it. We have tons of Tupperware.
We do.
Yeah. He'll be like on the couch. He's like, I'm in so much pain. I'm like, stop eating.
It's almost done.
I've only got a couple bites left.
It's not gonna taste the same if I have to reheat
Yeah. Not a big leftover guy.
it.
He does tell people I drug him though because I sneak vegetables into a lot of our.
Yeah, like my
Meals.
spaghetti and stuff. She told me that the other day, and I was like, "You've been secretly drugging me, basically."
This is not consensual.
She's slipping the bonza noodles on you.
No, she'll
Yeah.
like, yeah. Oh, see,
I actually don't mind those noodles. I like those noodles.
Yeah.
Those and cauliflower rice. I do a lot of that.
I had no idea. She does that in my tater tot casserole, and I have no idea. And she just told me one day. I'm like, wow.
this is not consensual vegetable eating.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, so it's great. Basically, you guys
I'll
love
say
it.
it is better than worse. Okay, I will say like I'm part of the 8th ton club, right? So I'm over 250.
This is something he
right?
came up with
Like,
on his own.
the 8th ton club.
This is not a
And
thing.
also, I'm just a bigger dude. But I will say it's probably hard having your like trying to talk to your spouse because it's the same way with like workout stuff with you sometimes.
Oh yeah, I don't listen to anything he says about working
Nothing.
out.
Nothing. She'll be like, "Hey, build me this." I'm like, "Cool, do a whole program." And she'll be like, "Don't like it.
I don't
It's
like it."
dumb. I don't like. Nobody wants to do this."
You don't
And I'm
know
like,
what you're
"Plenty of
talking
people
about."
do
Doesn't
this."
work.
Yeah. So I will say though, I get pretty regular blood work, and since listening to her, right, like it has been. I'm very like I like numbers.
Yeah,
So
he's
like when it was
better.
quantifiable for me, I was like, like okay, fine,
I gotta listen.
Sorry.
To it. Well, I won't admit that it's working.
working.
It was actually funny when we moved in together. he's dropped pant sizes just from eating what I cooked for dinner.
Yeah, 2 sizes.
I was like,
I had to get new belts, jeans. It's,
A huge financial expense.
I know. I've had the same pair of pants forever, man.
I really like those pants.
She gets a new outfit every week. It's like the Amazon guy knows her by her middle name.
Well, hey. Hey, Bailey. Yeah, he's the problem with the Amazon.
Yeah.
That would have been a good question.
see?
Who's the spender?
Yeah.
All right, life of the day.
All right. Who wants to go next?
So next question, kind of going along with that one, is what is the weirdest thing I eat?
Weirdest thing?
Yeah.
I don't know. Those flax seeds are terrible.
Chia seeds. You
Chia
don't
seeds,
like those.
yeah, those.
You don't like
that's
those?
like- It's like bird seeds. Like you might as well just go get some bird feed and just start eating it.
Sprinkle it.
It doesn't break down.
That's the point.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, I can't do them. She had one of those in a smoothie one day, and I was, whew.
He was gagging, be a little dramatic. Everyone else likes them though. They're a great addition.
I don't know. That's probably the weirdest thing. I don't know. I don't like.
I don't eat anything too crazy.
No, not too bad.
Do I eat anything weird?
No, not necessarily, but you've done things I wasn't fond of
Like what?
at first. When she does, like, again, I like it now. Like the first time she started introducing me to where she would blend the cottage cheese.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like there's just something inherently wrong about that,
No, it's not.
right? I'm just like, why would you blend the cottage cheese?
Because it
You're
makes
gonna
it smooth.
blend the chicken roast next. Like you don't do that to disrespect.
Basically, just get some warm milk.
Yeah. So, but
No, it tastes.
I will say it tastes good. But like I said, she'd be out there with her blended cottage cheese, her chia seeds. Must be an RD thing.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love chia seeds. No, but the cottage, it's versatile.
Yeah.
I mean, Bailey probably won't do it because you don't do date.
Yeah, we don't do it.
I like cottage cheese.
You can sneak it into spaghetti sauce, pizza sauce.
Yeah, you do it in pizza sauce, don't you?
Yeah, just like up the protein a bit. You can't taste it.
Really?
Yeah, and it's good. It tastes good. I promise.
Yeah, we haven't done it because I can't eat it.
Yeah, Bailey's
This way.
lactose intolerant. So Bailey's, yeah. Just take my word for it. It's good.
Maybe you can try it on your own one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She made something one day. I don't know what kind of syrup it was, but her dad, me and him came in from hunting, and he basically kicked her out because she was like, "Don't ever cook this in my house again." It was the worst smelling thing. I don't know what was that.
Wait,
It was elderberry syrup.
yes, you're talking about that. It was elderberry syrup.
Oh man, that was brutal.
It's like for your.
It was because it was the ginger.
Man, did it hit you when you walked in that door?
It hit, and then not
It's what every
Get out.
hunter wants coming back.
good. Get out right now.
Elderberries.
You know. Okay, maybe not the time, but probably need
Yeah,
it. Okay, do one of the guys want to go, or do we want to keep
Yeah.
going?
Do one of your questions.
I'll go. How old would you be if you didn't know how old you are?
Like how old I feel?
Yeah.
32. I just feel like I get really, I don't know. That's like my age group of people that I really like. I don't know.
I'm 32.
Like,
Not great. Not great.
You're not 32.
I'm 33.
Yeah, I would say I'm going to go with 32.
I like it. I feel like that's a good age.
Yeah.
I don't know about 33, but I'll tell you in like a month. Less than that. Oh no. Okay. I would be old. Old.
I would be old.
70s, 80s, you know.
I want to say like not 80, but maybe like 73.
Okay.
You feel
Yeah.
that broken down?
73 precisely.
Yeah.
I think this last year's been a lot. It's been a lot with school, internship, kids, all that. I just feel old. And my dad tells me all that all the time. Like, oh, I'm only this. I'm like, I totally get the whole, you feel as old, or you are as old as you feel. I feel old. I don't plan on staying that age.
Yeah. It's like Rice Krispie or Crispy Pops or whatever it is in the morning. What's that cereal? That Snap Crackle Pop cereal.
You're talking
Rice
about
Krispies.
Rice
No.
Krispies. Okay.
no, you're
I was
talking
thinking of
about
Rice
the
Krispies.
brand, the
No,
brand plate.
No, me and Josh were on the same wavelength here.
Rice Krispies pop. Yeah.
Yeah, Snap Crackle. That's how your joints sound.
Oh, yes, yeah. Well, my
Your
son did
shoulders.
ask me the other day, like, "Mom, your bones are breaking?" Like when I went to get up. No, but kind of. Just they're getting there. Okay, you ask.
All right. So I didn't know. She wouldn't tell me anything. So I had like questions all the way from mineral pathways. I was like, am I supposed to be asking something intelligent? Like
Yeah, I have no idea either.
animals? Like So the first one will be a little bit more.
No, don't do the first one. Do the second one.
Oh, the second one. You're not supposed to even be looking at it. You're letting them know how much you micromanage me right now.
It's just.
But to her defense, even before this, I was just walking in the house lost. I didn't know what I was even looking for. I just felt the need to look for something. She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I don't know. I'm just pacing."
It was just a casual thing.
All right. So we're going to the second one. So I have many. Let me define this since the listeners don't know.
Okay, yeah.
When I say a toxic trait, I'm talking about something that annoys you, right?
Right.
Not like an actual
People
toxic relationship. I don't know if people know that.
No,
I don't know
what's
what
your
people do.
toxic trait? Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
socialize.
Okay, that's a normal thing.
So,
Yeah.
so anyways,
Okay.
So what is your least favorite toxic trait of mine?
Like a pet peeve.
Yeah, things that I do. I know there's a list.
Oh,
of
it's
them.
by far how you drink water. Easily. He will take it and just like he's been in the Sahara for days. And he has to. And it's just like in the middle of the night, he'll reach over. Do you have it's just that.
Also, that's my best friend's peeve also. Brian hates that.
See?
He actually hated me when we first met each other because we were in the back and all he did was hear me chug out of my water jug.
And next would be your
He'd
driving.
Like, that idiot.
Which I'm sure Brian would also agree with.
Yeah.
But yes.
Yeah. It's an indie track.
It's the chugging, and it's just like the whole gallon at once. Just like if you could, you can't open your throat wider. If you could, you would.
Super thirsty.
Yeah, all the time. Okay, what is your biggest pet peeve about Josh?
So.
Okay, there's not a whole list. We only got 30 minutes.
Okay.
I guess because this one is fresh on my mind. He doesn't rinse the dishes off before putting them in the dishwasher.
Bro, that's what the dishwasher's for. Have you ever seen the commercials of like like you don't have to rinse the dishes off?
You're working less hard.
Exactly.
But there's like chunks of meat on the plate still.
That's me.
There's like peanut butter still on the knife.
Man, I just don't want to just scrub it. I don't like getting my hands honestly dirty in that sink.
It's the touching of the food.
I hate that. Yeah.
That's why I don't like.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go play with mud outside rather than that.
Like you don't even have to touch the food. You just have to run some water down there.
Then why would you not just wash the whole thing?
Because it just clogs the filter.
That's my point. Is if you're gonna rinse it, you might as well just wash it.
Just put some soap on it, and then you're fine. Like it's done.
That takes longer.
Our house is like a commercial kitchen, so those things got to go in clean at the rate dishes turn over in our house.
No, I'll just rewash it. I'll be like, "Oop, you're going back in."
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, she doesn't believe in paper plates either. We don't have to in this house.
I know. We actually had some not too long back, and I was like, "Wow, these are really cool." And then I felt bad. I was like, "We can't do."
Those are desperate time plates. That's when it's just hit the fan. We just have no energy, and it's like, be lucky you got dinner, okay?
I wiped the counter off like an hour ago. Just eat it off the counter.
Yeah. It's like we fed them, we checked the block, but like the dishes are too much.
I do
The
like
dishes
paper
were the
plates,
making.
though. I wish I could get on board with it.
See, there's only two of us, so I'm like, we can throw a plate in the dishwasher. It'll be fine.
Yeah, a non-rinse.
When we have kids, you can have paper plates.
Man, paper plates are so easy though.
It's gone.
Fold it up. And then go to plastic forks while you're at it. Like we're not doing any dishes.
Yeah.
Save water.
I went to school with a girl that actually washed her paper plates. Like she would rinse them off.
His dad rinses out Ziploc bags.
Reusing Ziploc bags. Tortilla, like the bags tortillas came in.
Actually, to this day, I have to be like, throw it away before Alan sees. Because I know he's like, that's a perfectly good bag.
Yeah, you gotta use it at least half a dozen times.
Not that expensive.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Hey, wash your paper plates. That's a good one, though. Then they get soggy.
That's a future sociopath, but I don't know. I'd be like,
what if she's listening?
Well, don't use names.
I mean,
From henceforth, her name will be Carol.
Her name will just kidding. Okay, let's say. Who is your celebrity crush?
Obviously, Chris Hemsworth. 100%. Hands down.
Thor.
Watched Thor the other day. He motivates me to go to the gym.
Motivates. No, female celebrity crush.
Oh. Gosh, so many. Who's my top? See, that's not fair because now I have to Rolodex the best option. I have to balance scales. I'm like, whoa, can't go too high
Right.
Because I have to live with you after this.
Right.
Can't go too low because then you'll know I'm
You
lying.
probably don't even know her name. You're going to ask me what her name is.
Okay, so we'll throw out, Scarlett Johansson. We'll go with Scarlett Johansson.
All right. I figured that. I knew that one.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she does beat out Natalie Portman.
I don't understand your thing with Natalie Portman. It's just a Star Wars
Huge
thing.
Star Wars nerd growing up, obviously.
Okay.
Young and impressionable. It's stuck.
Talking about sociopaths. Have you seen Black Swan? I'll never look at her the same.
I've never watched that movie.
Well, it's a good one, but she's crazy.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's probably not her in real life.
Yeah.
Probably just acting.
Yeah, he's probably just an act. It's probably not real. She probably got paid a couple bucks to do it.
Just played it really well. Real natural.
Right. Who's your celebrity crush?
I don't know. Maybe, what's that one girl's name off The Bachelor?
Hannah Ann.
Yeah. Probably Hannah Ann.
Hannah Ann. I could see it.
She's married now to a Rams player, though. So
They're not married yet.
They're engaged, so I'll probably never have a chance. But
Hey, engaged isn't. It's not solidified.
Yeah, there's still time.
there is still time.
I think Bailey's better though.
It's gonna be hard to live the rich life, right? I don't know about you, Josh, but my rich life, I'm just trying to be a sugar baby. I ain't trying to work. I'm trying to do anything.
Terrible. I think she makes a lot of money. I mean, Bailey does well, but I think she has a lot of endorsements as well.
Oh yeah, Victor would have no problem being with like a really ultra rich.
I could move to California. I mean, I don't think I would.
You'd be fine.
Yeah, I'd be okay for a
You'd
little
be a
bit.
good sugar baby.
I'd invite you over a couple times. I mean, you could be like our.
So still love you. I mean, that's not a bad game plan, though.
Yeah.
We'll just secretly use her for her money.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she thinks she's the main one, but I'm like the side chick, but actually I'm the main one.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I did actually message Hannah Ann on Instagram to see if she would want to guest on our podcast because she does a bunch of like food stuff. So I was like, it'd be fun.
Oh man, I'd
I'd faint. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I couldn't make that. I'd be blushing the whole time.
Would you want to be a guest on that episode too?
No, I'd be embarrassed. I couldn't even talk to. I would be no.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Yeah, that's a good one. I get it.
I still don't know who you're talking about, but I'll trust it.
What do you do?
All I do is my life study.
I don't think you do that either, though.
I don't have a lot of time. We got 3 kids, you know?
I watch TV.
I know you do.
Okay.
You also stay up later than me.
True. Okay. Let's see. Bailey, you ask a question.
Okay. Do you have a favorite outfit from when you were a kid? Like a go-to, looking back, you were 6 years old and you thought, this is the outfit.
This is it.
Dude, honestly, these shorts I got on right now, I've had these since high school, and I think they're pretty cool.
I mean, I would pay you for those shorts.
I tried to get rid of them. And
he's all,
I've had them since like freshman year of high school. They somehow still fit, and I just love them. They're lacrosse shorts. I just think they're random and funny.
They just have like monsters all over them.
It looks like a little plankton from SpongeBob. I mean, she would know. She wasn't allowed to watch SpongeBob as a kid, but
why not?
Yes, I was. I wasn't a cartoon person as a kid. Like
she was well educated.
I was. I was 10 years old watching.
She was watching Law and Order, probably.
I was.
Probably.
Criminal Minds. Should be scared.
Yeah, CSI.
Yeah, you.
I don't know why my dad let me watch that with him. Like looking back, I'm like, oh, that's dicey. You know,
they had me close my eyes on like the really bad, gross parts.
Like a code
as
word.
fast as they could. They're all
cupcake.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, what's your go-to? What was your what's an outfit that you're like, you know what? I am fresh right now.
If I didn't have trauma, I could probably remember.
Okay.
Whoa. No, all right. So 6th grade.
I feel like it doesn't have to
that
be
was
6th grade.
So that was an interesting time period. Okay. I had bleached blonde hair, earrings, and I wouldn't wear shirts that didn't go below my elbow.
Just say who you were trying to look like.
I wasn't trying. I was Eminem.
Marshall Mathers.
100%.
Is this why you were on the do not date list?
Real Slim.
No, that was prior.
Yeah, at that time I was living somewhere else where we grew up. That was like where she grew up was like country and homey, and she's like
wisely.
Choose wisely. Mine was a lot more run down. you don't walk on the streets at night kind of thing. You avoid them.
So you dress like Marshall Mathers.
So it was an interesting time period growing up.
The pictures are horrendous.
Did you like to rap?
Well, obviously, yes. we would do rap battles in our little apartment complex. I wasn't any good, but you know.
Can you get a little clip?
Yeah.
Oh no, that was too many years ago. Like I said, trauma suppression. Trauma suppression.
That's his go-to. Trauma suppression. I told you that.
I know. Well, you told me that's part of my problems.
Well, I think everyone has trauma.
She's like, do you ever worry that you don't remember much from your childhood? I'm like, it'll buff.
Comes back eventually.
Yeah, I mean, so far we're good.
Yeah,
I haven't seen
collapse. No
serial killer tendencies or anything.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, I would know because I watch enough shows.
Yeah. Like I said, you're like popping out of jars. You're secretly watching me. You're like, come on, dude. I think the other day we talked about that. And you're like, if you were a serial killer, like the thing I'd be most upset about is I didn't catch you.
I would. I'd be very upset.
That's why? Like,
I mean, and then the whole killing people thing is absolutely not okay. But
things
for the
first,
podcast.
How did I not know? Okay. No, but how did I not know?
It would be, honestly, I don't know if I would really pick up on it. I'm not super observant. Like, he would probably tell me he went to the store or something and come back with ice cream. And I'd be like,
she's always on Find My Friends. Don't let her lie to you.
Oh, I do look at that.
Comes back. Meat counter was crazy. Sorry.
Well, maybe
your
victims everywhere. Are at grocery stores. So,
yeah.
We don't know.
I don't like the grocery store, honestly. It gives me anxiety. So
it is a terrible place.
He did have a attack in Aldi one time.
Yeah, don't go to Aldi's on Sunday mornings after church. Like,
just everyone's there.
And then, like, she just kind of strolls off, and I'm just in the middle of nowhere, like, with the cart by myself, and the grandmas are just all looking at me like I'm in the way, like, and I'm like, oh, excuse me, oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Can you grab that for me?
Oh, you look tall. Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're a good top shot person.
Yeah. See, you're needed.
All right.
What's
you
that?
got a question?
Sure.
Okay.
Would you break the law for me?
What kind of law?
Like felony.
Would I have to go to jail or can I get away with it?
No, you're going to jail for 10 years.
Ugh.
This is not me trying to think what's a felony that's 10 years.
She knows.
I'm all right. Grand Theft Auto.
I mean, if it was for a good reason, yes. If it was like you wanted to randomly rob a bank when we didn't need to, I'd be like, no, we're not doing that. It's a bad idea.
When we didn't need
so
to.
Just say like we're like out on the streets, we're homeless, like we're going to like sleep in Walmart trying to at night.
Yeah.
We're gonna rob a bank together.
Yep. Or sleep in Walmart. That's his plan if we ever end up homeless.
Dude, how easy would that be? You could just go to different stores. Like
there's a movie about it.
Yeah. I seen a guy sleeping in the dog food one time in my hometown, actually.
Oh.
I mean, think about it. They have air mattresses, pillows, blankets, food.
All right, well, come on. Aggravated assault with bodily injury.
I don't know.
He's not worth it.
Don't be selfish. We have kids.
We have kids to think about.
Okay. If
your kids, yeah, but your kids are gonna be gone. You're gonna lose your kids probably.
That would suck.
A real situation.
Can you do it alone?
I'll go down.
Should we switch places? Because I think I would. I think I'd commit a crime, but I need to know you're going to be okay.
However, she doesn't think I could do this.
No, I'm asking.
I mean, in her defense, I have one bill I'm supposed to pay. It's dicey.
I don't know.
I'm always like, what?
Weird. Weird.
She's like, but here's the thing. She's like a human Rolodex, right? She just knows everything all the time. Like, it takes me an hour and a half to build the grocery list because I have to like mentally think about everything. And
unless
she's like,
I'm hungry, I know.
She like sits over the computer and she's like, "Did you get this?" And like, I'm writing down stuff I missed.
So we'd have to make a plan
yeah.
so that we can agree that I would, if I was the better fit for the job, and he, yeah. Or we could just switch places.
Flip a coin. I think it's embarrassing.
Yeah, flip a coin.
Okay.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah. Depending on the situation.
Yeah.
We both
depending on the crime.
I think if it was like a need to know, like right now we have to go rob a bank in 5 minutes, then I would just automatically do it because I wouldn't think about the consequences.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, give me less time to think about it.
No.
If you guys see a bank robbery in Maryland Heights,
Well, that's weird. I haven't heard from Bailey in a while.
Yeah.
it actually happens tomorrow, and it's not us, and we go to jail.
You admitted to it.
Like still on the loose, bro.
Bailey?
Yeah.
Okay, ask me a question.
All right, we've obviously been together for a hot minute.
Yeah.
Right. Sometimes they were cold minutes, but
Right.
you know,
But they were
hot
minutes.
minute. They were minutes
They were
nonetheless. So I watched you go from wanting to be a nurse, right? And I think on one of your previous podcasts, you came back and you were like,
This is so deep.
this one person came back and they're like, there's a nurse that talks about nutrition. And you were like, well, I'll say you went to dietetics because it was almost like it was more convenient for our family is when
Yeah.
you first started traveling.
Yeah.
And then there was a point at which you became more than just passionate. You became like truly passionate
Yeah.
about dietetics in the industry.
Yeah.
What point was that for you?
Oh, when I realized I had a really bad, unhealthy relationship with food.
That's it?
Yeah.
A minute-long question for a 10-second answer?
Yes. I
This
thought
giant
about
village, she's
it.
like,
I thought about it. I was like, oh, I love it. I love nutrition. And then I realized, oh, wow, I have such an unhealthy relationship with food. And like, this is so normalized. And then I was like this justice warrior that was like, I have to spread the word.
what class was that in?
It wasn't. I don't know how that happened, actually.
All right.
It wasn't in any class.
San Jose State for the win.
Yeah, yay. I'm water.
So-
Okay, yeah. When did you become passionate?
Yeah. The real when passion became true passion.
Yeah.
Yes. I would say, so like I first got interested because of my dairy allergy, figuring out how much milk was killing my body. And then when I truly became passionate about probably like the weight loss area was when I started doing Metabolism Makeover and just hearing all the different stories and not understanding how bad relationships are to food. I've never really had a terrible relationship with food. Yeah, there's been some not great things I did, but just hearing other people's stories and being able to help them through that is when I'm like, okay, this is why I want to be a fat loss dietitian.
Yeah. I love that. Because you do hear all the like, oh my God, I'm actually eating food and I love
Yes.
I feel amazing. And like, yeah.
Oh, so you get really excited. Like you're always so excited.
Yeah.
When you get
I
your
feel,
client win, she always comes and she's like,
I feel lucky because I feel like when I was growing up, I just viewed work and careers as like something you do because you need money and like that's just what you do. And I feel like I found my passion and I get to work in something I'm passionate with. And that's cool because I feel like not everybody gets to do that.
Yeah. And I think that's what's hard for us to set our work-life boundaries is because we like truly enjoy it.
It doesn't feel like work sometimes,
Yeah.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
Always taking that Snapchat of that meal before our meals, man. She's always posting.
tax write-off.
I don't know what that means fully. Right off. Got a tax guy on it.
She's like, here's my receipt.
I technically use this for work.
See, that's why we'd never be homeless. You just basically,
Write it off.
yeah.
Yeah. Bill
For
Walmart.
sure. Maybe we can get a sponsorship.
That's like the Schitt's Creek.
The Schitt's Creek,
I was
David.
like, it's a write-off.
What do you
Yeah.
write?
I'm writing it off. What is
The
that?
write-off people.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just you write it off. That's all. He's like, that's not how that works. Okay, let's see. What would be your perfect meal?
I don't know. It changes with the day. So I love, obviously, pizza and ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt, with brownies. Yeah. So I always love pizza. I love pizza. And like I said, I have a
Out of
sweet tooth, so-
anything in the world, like anything,
Oh,
any.
I would fly to New York and Italy just to try their pizzas. I mean, one day we will.
All
You're
right.
gonna be like, where are we going? Italy. And you're like, you don't want to go to. I'm like, no, Italy.
Okay, for
I'm gonna eat
pizza.
some pizza.
Okay, all
I
right.
gotta get it from the source.
We'll be
Okay.
right back.
Because since moving
I'll
to
be right
Texas,
back.
Texas pizza is
Not good.
You don't like it?
no, I don't.
See, I'm not.
Just kidding, all the Texas listeners. We love Texas all the way. Love
I don't
Texas.
have, I don't have high standards for pizza, so I haven't really noticed the lack
Yep.
of quality pizza. So I'm sorry.
But obviously, that's not a was it PHFF friendly
You can
meal?
make put some
You
kind
can make it PHFM.
Yeah. That's not my perfect meal.
have the salad with it.
Mm-hmm.
Add some meat to it.
Yeah.
Do some roasted veggies on the side.
You sound like my father now, both of you. I don't That was my dad's thing. Growing up, he would always get the take and bakes, and he would like cut bell peppers and like all kinds of stuff, and he would just disrespect that pizza.
Tell me you said that.
But
where did your trauma start?
My father disrespected pizza by cutting up vegetables on it. Roast his own chicken and steak and put it on. It was actually
that
really
sounds
good.
delicious. My parents didn't do that.
Yeah.
They were like, here's some hot dogs and
I
mac
grew
and
up on
cheese.
what we called power food. My dad used to call it power food all the time.
I don't know.
So we never ate out, never ate fast food.
Wow.
Homemade steak, chicken, potatoes.
And look at how not great that turned out.
Well, it's probably my wrestling. Growing up in wrestling. Probably where my food
too much restriction
issues
started.
started.
Too much now.
Well, it's funny because we talked about that, like the
Yeah.
psychology. I forget who it was. Talks about the psychology of food. And like that's my go-to whenever I get stressed. It's like that's what I used to always do before tournaments. Stuff like in between tournaments, you get stressed. I eat the Hawaiian rolls with honey all day. Was all I
He
ate
does that. He eats plain bread.
between matches.
Oh, that's another pet peeve. He'll eat a plain piece of bread, not toasted, anything. He'll put syrup on it.
Interesting. I've
You're-
never heard
Vince.
Gross.
Huh.
We're talking about disrespecting toast right now.
Well, that
Yeah.
was
Okay.
it hasn't leveled up to toast.
Josh, what's
Semantics.
your perfect meal besides pizza? If it's pizza, then.
Oh, probably steak and potatoes and some green beans.
Yum.
But they got to be like the stringy green beans. They can't.
He
like
likes
the French,
French
style.
style green beans.
Okay, yeah.
Only green beans he will eat.
All
He's
right.
a little high maintenance.
Hey, if I'm eating a veggie, it's got to be doctored up.
How do you like your green beans?
A little bit of Montreal and some garlic onion powder and lots of pepper and a little bit of salt. I'm not a big salt guy. I do love pepper though. She gets mad at me sometimes because I'll be
It's so
in
spicy.
behind her like dipping it in there.
That's funny.
I guess I got one.
Okay. Here you go.
If you were a vegetable, what would you be and why?
A zucchini.
A zucchini?
I'd be a zucchini because you can use it for like zucchini bread. You can use it as a smoothie. You can use it to roast. You can use it as noodles. It's very adaptable.
I
So
like
you
that.
think you have an adaptable personality?
I like to try. It's very hard sometimes.
Is that since you met me, or
I feel like I'm more adaptable since I met you. You're kind
didn't
of
you say you were like a chameleon the other day to me?
what my family calls me.
Zucchinis are kind of like that. You can make their way into anything. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still get confused by zucchini and cucumbers, so obviously. Like
Yeah.
feeling like
Try snacking on a zucchini.
we're
It's
gonna
like-
leave it up there.
Okay, relax. I think I'd be an artichoke
Oh.
because they're underrated.
Yeah, they're so good.
They're really good. They're kind of a lot of work, but worth it.
I like that. Yeah.
And they're, I don't know how this
Oh,
has
yeah.
anything to do with anything, but I like dipping things, and I just feel like it's a good dipping vegetable. That has nothing to do with why I would be an
I've
artichoke.
never had a fresh one.
Oh, you're missing out.
I was just through the can. How do I eat it?
You
You
peel
boil
off
them.
the little leaves
Boil
and
and
you eat
pick
the
leaves and
you
scrape
eat
it
the
with your
meat
teeth.
out of it, but I
Like a
don't know
rabbit.
why it's called meat. That's gross.
Like a rabbit.
Yeah, you gotta hook it on your bottom teeth and
Yeah.
scrape it off.
Yeah.
We grew up in an agricultural community, so like we had just north. You were in garlic,
Just
town.
our artichokes.
But we were
yeah.
on the every year we had the artichoke festival.
Did we?
Yeah, that was up north. Yeah,
Oh, we did.
yeah.
Well, we had some.
You
We
had
had a
the
mushroom
mushroom?
festival, a garlic festival. Yeah,
Yeah.
we were around a
We
lot.
don't have those.
It's a really smelly area if you do.
Yeah.
Let me
Cool.
tell you, being where the mushrooms are from,
Yeah.
I mean, they're grown in poop. So, like, it doesn't, it just smells bad all the time. People are like,
Oh.
oh, you're from the smelly place? Like, does it smell? I don't know. It does. It smells horrible.
It does.
Okay.
But it's like when you don't realize your house smells.
I'm always so nervous for that. Like people come over and like
Me too.
what's our smell?
Yeah.
Just throw buckets of bleach on the wall and everything. She's
Yeah.
like, "What if our house smells?" I'm like, "I don't know."
Then you're the house.
Tell
that
them to go
smells.
home. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
You probably invited them
I
over.
did. I did.
So what am I
yeah.
doing? What do I do now?
That's probably my next question. Is how
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Ask your question.
we good? We're done with the vegetables. All right. So Brianna will actively not tell people what she does. Right. I'm a justice warrior. Like, I hear someone say something crazy, I'm like, hold up, homeboy. Like, I'm like, hey, actually, did you know that like I can't, I will not let it fly. Right? Like, it just is so wrong. And I've walked by tables where like girls are talking about starving themselves and she just doesn't pitch in. I'm like, did you correct them?
I'm not going to be that
And she's
person.
like, no. They'll ask if they want to know. Did you tell them what you do?
They're going to follow me on Instagram. And
no. So, with that being said, as someone who actively tries to not have people know what she does, when people do find out what you do, first part is how does it feel to be compared to a nutritionist?
Oh, yeah.
And two, what's something that everybody will say to you in person when they meet you and find it out?
They always are like, I try to eat healthy. Like, that's like their first thing. Like, I try to eat healthy. Yeah. Or like they'll like walk through like a diet that they've tried or what they try to do, or they try not to eat after a certain time or something. And it's usually like when we're at a restaurant or at a function with food and I'm just like putting food on my plate that they're like saying they try to avoid. Like,
because you're hyped off the back. Like, did you know she's hey, did you know she has a master's in human nutrition?
But honestly, the whole being compared to a nutritionist, I just think that's like, people just don't know what dietitians are. Like, even in the hospital, like even the nursing staff will be like, did you call dietary? Or like, do you work in the kitchen? I'm like, but do I?
Yeah.
I don't do that. So we're used to it. At least I'm used to it.
Mm-hmm.
What do people tell you, Bailey?
So I would say it's like, what should I not be eating? That's a very loaded question.
Yeah.
I got asked the other day, what is one food you will never eat? And I said, milk. And they were like, oh my gosh, why? I was like, because I'm allergic.
I'm allergic, man.
Yeah.
For drinking chia seeds.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's usually, what should I avoid? Or like something around, what should I be eating? Or can you just give me a meal plan?
Yeah. No, it doesn't bring me joy.
Meal plans, yeah.
It doesn't bring me joy. And you're not going to follow it.
I won't, no.
So, no.
I won't.
Maybe for a few days, but...
Right.
And I'll go back to the normal.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, there's a nap.
Then it's a lot of like giving a rundown of what diet they're currently doing and kind of being like, it's really not that bad, but I'm also super starving.
Yeah, but I also hate my life, and all I think about is cookies.
Yeah.
I'm going to smell this pizza now and walk away.
It's always fun at our family dinners. She's always getting questioned by, like, my uncle was literally, he tried to do the fasting for like, I don't know how many days. And he's like, man, I'm starving.
Duh.
What? Let me give you a medical explanation.
Yeah. You're really good about it. He is good about correcting people that I'm a dietitian, not a nutritionist. And yeah, I think you're right. I think just people don't know. But yeah, we did do the schooling. We went 6 years.
There's a reason I feel 73.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. I'm not 79.
I hope not. I've been duped.
Well, you're stuck now. I guess.
Yeah, it's been too long.
Yeah, at this point,
you're not with me too much longer, so just stick it out. You might become a sugar baby with all my write-offs. I don't even know what that means. I'm going to learn it. Okay.
Do we want to we could probably do like one more question each.
Okay. Josh or Bailey? Josh's vegetable question was really good.
Send it.
Okay.
Would you redo our first date?
No, it was pretty funny. Our first date, it consisted of, well, I'm not the nicest person sometimes. It kind of, this might sound like a rude story at first, but I mean, you're meeting a girl on Tinder. You never know what you're really going to run into, you know? So me and my buddy are up at the bar and I invite her up there and everything. I'm like, hey, we're having a couple of drinks. You want to come up? So she has one of her friends' husbands drop her off.
So I'm also getting dropped off by another guy, which probably didn't look great.
And I was like, why? Yeah, what the heck's going on here? And then, so we get chatting, and I told my buddy, I'm like, if she's like, doesn't look like her profile, like, I'm going to probably like, we're going to get out of here, dude. Like, I'm not going to sit here by her, like, and I'm not going to take her home, obviously. So end of the night, we ended up kind of hitting it off. And then she's also terrible with directions, but she tells me like, she's like, oh, the short way or the long way. And I'm said, oh, okay, we'll just go the long way. You might as well, you know, whatever. and then we end up in some other city. Like, I don't even know how we got there, like on these back roads. And I'm like, Bailey, we're in a totally different side of town. Like, we're not even close to where you said you live.
Actually, a long way.
You picked the long way.
But you didn't. I
had to go out of town and
I
come
had
back
to get a
in.
GPS because we both didn't know where we ended up.
All part of the master plan.
Oh, that's cute.
I thought she was like trying to kidnap me or something was going on with that other guy. Like something weird was going to happen. Like I've seen a lot of movies.
Take you for all you're worth.
I really had no idea where I was going the entire time. I was just like, left. And I knew I was getting farther away from my house, so I knew it was going to take a long time.
I didn't know where she lived. Being a nice guy.
Without GPS, you probably would have never found out.
No. My phone was dead. We were waiting until the morning because I didn't know. I couldn't. I mean.
We didn't get home till like 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
On like a Thursday.
That was a long way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God you guys didn't start dating earlier. Oof. West days. We were just talking about this.
Well, I didn't write down the directions.
We didn't have GPS when we were dating. You printed out a MapQuest.
We're not that old, but that's true.
Like the flip phones. That was our phone.
I think we had GPS, but I didn't have a phone that had it.
Was it like the Garmin's?
I had the Razor.
Yes! Kathy. Was it Kathy?
No.
Susan! Which is weird because that's your best friend's wife.
Yeah, so we had to change the name. We were like in the car. Me and my best friend, also known as my work spouse, spent a lot of time together. And we drive together a lot. But like one time, the GPS on us, I was like, shut up, Susan. Like, and he was just kind of caught off guard. And he was like,
whoa,
what?
Are you talking about my wife like that? You're like, oh.
And then I came out like, oh, that's right. Your wife's name is Susan. I was like, I've always referred to GPS as Susan. Don't know why. Gotta change it now.
But it was that black Garmin.
Yeah. The suction cup.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
I did have one of those.
Mine would never stick to the window. It would always just fall off.
Mm-hmm. Down the floor. Like,
my 88 Dodge Dakota with utility bed. Or like rock back and forth. All rusted. It was a punishment vehicle that my dad bought with my money. Because I rolled my Bronco. What's that?
Again,
story for another podcast.
Another reason you were on the do not date list. Irresponsible.
Well, our first date was Iron Man.
Oh, I wasn't going to say anything. I was like, is he going to remember? Because
she's like this. Because again, great memory. Not so great. She was like, she's waiting. She's like rolling it back too. She's like, but yeah, 2008, Iron Man 1. Obviously,
Yeah,
it set a really good precedence. Right before this, I was trying to watch Secret Invasion on Disney Plus.
Okay.
So
anyways,
Marvel's
we went to
also
Iron Man.
a big
It
part
was
of our
cute.
life.
We went to Iron Man. It was a little bit awkward because my ex-boyfriend was there. It was weird. But anyways, he was too nervous to kiss me at the end. So he like leaned over and like kissed my shoulder and then like went back.
Keep in mind, we're young guys, okay?
You're like 18.
Yeah. All right. Maybe not so young.
But it was funny because we went back to watching the movie just so stiff. Yeah. Like, come on, we're not going to talk about it? We're not going to talk about it. But it was cute. It was cute.
See.
It made me realize you
it took
weren't
me until
such...
Mother's Day to kiss you.
Yeah, it made me realize like you weren't such a jerk like I thought you were. So it was a good move. It was a good move.
Good move. Nice. Played my cards right.
Yep.
And then it took me, almost 3.5, 4 years. And then I had to baby trap you because you're way out of my league. So
it was a little longer than that. 5 years.
Oh, yeah, 5 years. Yeah. 5 years together before we had kids.
You just had to keep trapping me until I realized it was a lapse of judgment.
Which was not part of the plan. Take birth control, kids.
I was on birth control.
Yeah, right.
No, we talk about not taking birth control.
Yeah, you're right.
Learn how to track your cycle.
We are 2-time birth control babies. One on the pill, one on the IUD.
Huh.
No, we never got pregnant on the IUD. That was your,
it was like right after.
Girlfriend.
No, yeah, okay.
No, I'm just kidding. We did not get pregnant on the IUD.
It was like right afterwards. She was like,
right after.
I'm getting it taken out. It's going to take a few months before we can get pregnant. Instantly pregnant.
Yeah.
I was like, well, that happened. Yeah. So I wouldn't change it. It was all right. Maybe I would have kissed you.
So
I don't know.
Let's talk about birth control. No, I'm just kidding.
We have a whole nother episode on that.
Yeah, so refer to that.
All right. This was many, many moons ago.
No, it wasn't. We're not that old. Stop.
All right. It's 15 years. No big
the
deal.
70-year-old.
Our relationship could almost go get its driver's permit, okay?
Wow.
Oh, wow.
That was disrespectful.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah. Well,
Brianna, do you want to ask the last question?
oh, yes. My very last question. A funny one. Do you believe in any superstitions?
I don't know. No, not really. I mean, there's some things that I don't know if I believe in it, but I'll actively avoid. Like, I won't walk under a ladder.
So you do believe in that superstition?
No, I'm not gonna f around and find out, right? Like, I don't. Also, why roll the dice? Like, if I don't have to walk under the ladder, like if it was life or death, I'll go under the ladder.
So it has to be life or death. So it's pretty extreme then.
Yeah, it's
So you
pretty
do
extreme.
believe.
It's kind of like there's the whole like.
Yes, you do. You also hold your breath around graveyards. And he got
Right.
actually mad at me because I was breathing very heavily on purpose to piss him off about it.
I don't actually believe that a demon's gonna get sucked in my lungs. I'll do it anyways, okay? I'm not here to find out. I don't need to be the exorcist,
I think it's
okay?
just a ghost, but I mean, we elevated it.
You know, again, oh, well, no, anyways, yeah, that probably violates the rule book that you put in front of me. We'll save that story for when that recording goes off.
I don't know.
But there's a reason why I hold my breath around graveyards, okay?
Oh, well, I'm very
So.
interested about that.
Huh.
Okay,
Hmm.
something new
Something new and
in our
exciting.
driver permit relationship.
So anyways, yeah, I don't necessarily believe in them, but,
But I do.
you know.
Okay, Josh, do you have any superstition?
The black cat one, yeah. I'll huck a loogie out of the window after. I don't know if you've heard of that one, but you're always supposed to spit out your window before a black cat supposedly walks across your path. You're supposed to spit out your window. My uncle's always done it, and I thought it was funny when I was younger, so I always do it.
I've never heard
And the ladder thing, I'll agree with you. I'll never walk under a ladder. I'll always kind of like walk. I'll avoid it, yeah.
All right.
Says no reason
I'm
to
gonna
find out.
start hawking loogies.
There's no atheist in a fox.
I have not heard the graveyard thing, though.
Yeah, you're supposed to like hold your breath apparently, so
Yeah.
ghosts doesn't come in you. Black cats. I've heard of like the throwing salt over your shoulder.
Yeah.
I'll only do that if the people behind us are being loud.
I hope not. You don't shake it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right, I like it.
Sweet.
Like that. Loogies. I've never heard of that. I like it.
What if that's not a real thing and he just made that up?
Well, he does it every time, so I mean.
He's committed.
Yeah, I mean, so I might as well be committed too.
I like it.
Yeah. All right. Any closers?
No, I'll let Bailey close it. I'll let Bailey take us out. She's good at it. She does it.
All right. Well, this was a fun episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it and just got to hang out with us for, well, right now we're at an hour and 2 minutes. We'll cut it down a little bit for you since, but we did call this episode Cocktail Hour. So I don't know.
It's a good thing to be long.
Yeah. But yeah. If you guys enjoy it, let us know. Yeah. And maybe we'll do it again sometime.
Yes, let us know if you liked it. Let us know, I don't know, if you thought it was funny or what you want to know more about us or the guys. You know, maybe we'll have them on again. This is fun.
Maybe. Yeah.
They're all.
Yeah. All right. We will talk to you all next week. Bye.
Bye.